be a very tricky opponent. So I guess you're pretty glad you played that well today and ended it in 2 sets.
I'm happy with the way I dealt with the situations. A big difference from last year was he neutralized my serve really well. There was a big focus on let's get that right first, and then the rest of the game will follow. So I was really aware of that to try to make a difference and stay on top of him.
How do you like the conditions here? Because many players say it's pretty tough to play this year with this kind of ball and the general conditions.
Yeah, it's difficult conditions. Obviously, it's very different from a lot of other events. But when you sort of get your teeth into the tournament, play a few matches, it just gets easier and easier. And I think it allows for some great tennis because there's a lot of playability on this court, and it just takes a moment to get used to.
What do you think about the balls?
The balls feel solid. I've never had an issue with tennis balls. When you play, everybody's playing with the exact same ball, so you got to figure it out. Yeah, I have, but for me, it's such an extreme coming from where we were at Davis Cup. I think really having a fair judgment point on that specific issue is tough because I'm coming from two very different extremes. Where it wasn't bouncing, and here it's bouncing quite a bit. That could be just because of what we played on the surface at Davis Cup, or that could be because it's bouncing really high here. But I can't really make that judgment.
Milos, either you're losing your marbles or I'm losing my marbles, and we know what the odds are of that. But on the last serve, you seem to bounce the ball 9 times. Something going on here?
It worked.
No other comment on that?
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Does that happen very often?
But I think maybe I bounced and then I stopped and then I bounced probably an even number. Sorry, I don't think it was straight 9. Well, who knows? But maybe I forgot how to count and I need to spend time with my niece and nephew practicing again.
Milos, during the match, did you think at all 12 months ago?
Not during the match. Definitely a big emphasis from what I wanted to do different from last year. But during the match, I came out there with my game plan. I tried to simplify it as much as I could, tried to have a good attitude, and I was able to do so, and there's no lingering thoughts.
You seem to outlast him in a fair number of rallies. Were you trying just to stay in a lot of them and seeing if maybe he'd be the first one to crash?
I just know it's difficult, really, especially first matches here. For me, I'm still finding my range on things, so I tried to, especially the first few matches, play very simple, play high percentage tennis. And then as the tournament goes on, like everybody else, you're just going to keep getting better and better. And that's when you sort of start letting go a bit more and maybe go for shots that are a little bit more risky and they are more comfort plays.
Can you talk about the next opponent, whether it's Robredo or Dimitrov, completely different style?
Yeah, it's 2 players I've played a few times each. Against Tommy, I have a pretty good record. What I will say against both players, I got to take care of my game. I got to figure that out. I got to put that in place first, organize that, and then it comes to making the small adjustments. But the most important thing for me, at least, is myself first, and then I'll try to put everything else in order.
Would it be more exciting if it's Dimitrov because of you're the same generation, or?
Well, maybe for the viewers, but I'm just going out there trying to find a way to win a match.
Milos, the little meditation routine when you sit down to decide what's that all about and where to come from?
I've been taking piano lessons, so I just practice on court.
Is that a serious answer?
I don't know.
Last 2 questions.